Hey everyone, I'm the Pixel Pathfinder, and my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Dark Envoy, which released on October 24th of 2023, and it looks like a Steampunk CRPG. So the developers were kind enough to give me a key to check this game out, but this video is in no other way sponsored. And our goal is to get in here and check out the game and see what it's all about. Now, I want to start by saying that CRPGs are not my go-to game genre by any means, and steampunk is one of my least favorite settings or themes that you could go with. So this game's got a couple strikes against it already, but I've been proven wrong on my CRPGs before, so I wanted to jump in and check this out. It does look like it has a lot of potential just based on what I've seen on the Steam page. So why not? We're going to jump in, check it out, and even if it's not my thing, it might be your thing, and that's what we're here for, is to find great new indie games. So let's go ahead and jump into a new game and see where this takes us. All right, so it looks like we got our typical, choose a gender here, choose what character avatar you want to customize. Even though I prefer to look at Kayla, I tend to play Malachi characters in my games for the most part, unless I'm doing multiple playthroughs, and then I'll switch it up. So we're gonna hop in, we're gonna edit Malachi. Actually, quite a bit of stuff going on here. So we could change our face. Let's see. I mean, how into this do we want to? There's a good chance this whole first video here is just gonna be character customization. There's a pretty solid chance. All right, we'll go with that one. Skin color, we can go pasty here. Hair, so we have different hair and different hair colors. Okay. It's nice to see like an indie CRPG. These are pretty solid graphics and actually some pretty decent looking, like the hair looks good. Like this is almost what I would expect out of like a Korean MMO. It doesn't have the same level of like customization detail for each one, like each thing here, but quality wise, it's looking quite good. Let's see. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this first hairstyle here. And, I don't know. We'll come back around. So eyebrows, we got a couple different eyebrow options here. I think I'm pretty okay with the first ones we had on there. And again, we can customize those. All right. I don't know. I'm not a model. Facial hair, I'm guessing we got none. We got a little bit of scruff here. Okay, a little bit less. We got some shadow. That's it. I don't got any beards. No full-on beards? I guess not. All right, we're just going to go with the morning, the kind of afternoon shadow here. Works for me. All right, then we can go to our eyes color. Make them crazy red. Why not? We're just making a weirdo. Makeup type. Okay, so we got some different choices here. This really makes me want to make like some Eddie Izzard or some something like that going on here. Pretty interesting. I think we'll stick with the no makeup here. Or actually, I don't mind a little bit of little eyeshadow to help the eyes pop out in most games like this, but if I was gonna have that eyeshadow, I would probably tone the transparency down so it's not so strong. So we can actually just get rid of the lip makeup here, and just kind of have a little bit of hey, I haven't slept enough today. I like that. That feels relatable, right? I haven't slept enough today. All right, then we can do some scars here. All right, I kind of like that scar that we had going. Yeah, I don't mind this this number 7 here. It's not too bad. I think we'll keep that. We'll keep that number 7. Just kind of hey, something happened. My cat scratched me. It had food in the bowl. And I was like, you got food? And then it came back and it was like, rah! Got me right in the face. I said, no, I don't. All right, then we can do war paint. I don't normally do war paint. Just putting it out there. That's not my thing, really. Maybe if I was gonna make like a necromancer type character or something. I don't know. I'm gonna roll with this. This is fine. This is good enough for me. All right, so then we go over to class and let's see. Okay, so we have 4 classes here. We have the warrior, ranger, engineer, and adept. So I'm seeing, standard warrior. We got our what, like our rogue type character, and then I don't know about engineer, and then adept looks like a magician. Now, typically, I'm going to start out my character. I like to just beat the crap out of things, so I will typically go the warrior route unless I see something really interesting, and I'm very much not a let's go and be a wizard first thing kind of a person here. It looks like we can check out some starting skills and health and stuff. Obviously, we got the most health over here with the warrior and the least health over here with the adept. But it looks like, you know, maybe this is mana or something like that. And that's obviously going up as we get over here to the adept. And then this looks like carry weight here, which again, the warrior is going to have the most. So I don't know if we get like any information about these when we click on them. We're going to check out these skills first. So the adept has ice bolts and mana shell. Okay, so a barrier, some ice bolts. The engineer has shocking ground and then shock bolts. So seems like they have some CC, some stuns and stuff. The ranger has toxic bomb and blast roll. And then the warrior has dash and iron skin. Okay, so if we click on one of these, okay, we get a little preview here. And it tells us the specializations they have. So let's take a look at these previews. So Guardian, we got our sword and shield. Ranger, okay, we got dual pistols, right? Engineer, we got a rifle or shotgun. I can't really tell. And then for the adept, we've got a staff here. So if we go into adept, then we're going to be able to specialize into an elementalist, a combat medic, or a summoner. Pretty cool, but definitely not what I'm picking for my character. Engineer, we got the Technomancer, so they can channel electrifying magic and communicate with machines. Inquisitor, okay. Drain enemies of their power and use it against them. And then we have the Constructor, right? So that's going to be, you know, I'm assuming they're going to use bots and turrets and stuff like that. For the Ranger, we have the Gunslinger, okay. Move and shoot at the same time. The bounty hunter, so battlefield control. And then we have the sharpshooter, so, you know, our ranged sniper character. And over with the warrior, we have the guardian, so that's going to be our tank character. We have the assassin, so actually like more of a rogue character there. And then we have the blade master, a dual wielder who can stack bleeding on enemies. Like I said, you know, I normally gravitate towards the warrior-style characters. I think we're just going to keep it simple, and that's what we're going to do here so that we don't spend too much time agonizing over what class to play. All right, let's go to our attributes. So we've got might, speed, endurance, power, and mastery. So over here, we got tracks on our final DPS, our skill power. We got some different stats here. Lots and lots of information. But I'm going to assume that, let's see, might. At 10, we get +1 to our weapon skill level. So this is going to influence our critical chance and weapon damage. Speed is attack speed and cooldown reduction. Also looks like it influences movement speed and dodge. Endurance is health, tenacity, weight capacity. And it looks like some resistances as well. Power is our mana skill power. And then mastery is health regen, mana regen, and it looks like our crit stats are tied to that as well. So we got 5 points. I'm thinking we're going to want at least 1, maybe 2 points in endurance. We're going to want 1 in might. I like to go ahead and, you know, I like to have increased movement speed. And then mastery seems pretty good too, but I think we can hold off on that one until we decide whether or not crit is a super relevant stat. So I think we're going to put an extra point into speed, and we're going to put an extra point into might. So we're going to go 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, you know, just making arbitrary decisions because I know nothing about the game. All right, for our equipment, we can do the Protector set, Berserker set, Brawler set, or Backstabber set. Okay, so it looks like, you know, Protector set, we can be a nice little tank. That's fine, but, you know, Berserker set, what do we get here? We get dual axes. Okay, then we get the Brawler set is just a big old mace. And then, of course, the Backstabber set is going to be dual daggers. Well, it looks like all we're really swapping out is maybe, you know, our weapons and a couple other items here. So You know, I like the idea of dual axes for Berserker, but honestly, like, I like the idea of just whapping people with the big ol' hammer as well. So I think we're gonna go with the Brawler set here and just see how that does. So it looks like we've got 10.8 DPS, 10.2, 10.8, and 11.1. So our highest DPS is with the daggers, which makes sense because they're gonna attack faster, but yeah, I'm still good. We're just going to take this big old hammer, and we'll call it good there. Now, are we supposed to edit her as well? I don't know if we're supposed to edit her as well, but, you know, we might as well. Let's go ahead and do it. So, let's see. We got one. I think we'll stick with face one. Skin color's good. I do like this hair. Let's see. What else do we have? Pretty nice hairstyles, honestly. I kind of like that one, too. I like the interwoven braids in there. That's pretty sweet. Okay. Got like the Chun-Li vibes. And definitely have some interesting hairstyles here. I think I'm really partial to like number 1 and number 2. We're gonna do number 2. And let's see. Kind of color. I don't know. For some reason, I like purple hair. I think it's because my wife really likes purple hair. So I usually just try to, you know, pick whatever color she would normally use. A couple eyebrows here, so let's go with some thin ones. We got our eye color, so I don't know. I really like purple and orange, or purple and yellow, purple and gold. Let's do orange. That's interesting. Makeup type. Again, I pretty much just kind of do the same thing here. I try to pick something that's gonna, you know, highlight the eyes or look cool. I kind of like that one, actually. Yeah, so something like this where we like bring down the lips makeup, maybe change the color just a little bit. I don't know. Again, I'm not a makeup artist here. I think we just take it out and then we just pull the transparency down here a little bit. Just add a little bit of shadow around the eyes, kind of make them pop a little bit here. And then scars. I think we don't do scars here, and we do I like the little war paint thing going on here. So let's check and see, you know, is that the coolest one? I think that might be. Yeah, like I really like that one. Oh yeah, it's definitely this one. And I kind of like that just sort of, you know, transparent undertone color there. I don't really want to double down on the purple. I think that looks pretty cool, actually. All right, and then class. So we got a warrior here. What do we want? Ranger, engineer, adept. You know, I don't. Yeah, kind of any of them is fine with me. Let's go. Let's see. So ranger looks pretty fly. Engineer looks pretty cool too. Adept. I think I'll go engineer. All right, and then attributes again. What do we want here? So we're gonna be kind of ranged with this and control. I think critical and mana regen might be pretty good for that. I don't know if we're gonna need mana. Let's go back over here and see. 60, and you know, this is on the mana side, so I feel like we might actually want to put a couple points into power instead of might. Let's do 7 power. This is our critical chance and weapon damage. 1 point there, 1 point in speed. 6, 6, 5, 7, 6 maybe. Yeah, I do think we just power influence. It does. Okay, so let's take that out. We'll put 1 here because that does influence our overall mana pool. And then let's go ahead and again, I like to be fast. I like to go first. All right, so we have the Rifleman set. We have the Artificer set, which is a crossbow, the Shock Trooper set, and the Frontline set. I definitely want her to be long range. I think we're going to stick with the Rifleman set. And then summary. Okay, so we do get to customize both of them. That's actually pretty sick. Okay, cool. I like that already. So let's jump in and start the game. We'll just do normal difficulty. I do like this load screen art too. I wonder if we're going to get voice acting or not. All right, I don't want to read this because it looks like we're still on a loading screen here. This game was a little bit over 30 gigs to download. It looks like it does have some decent load times, but not too bad.
John is as remarkable as any world filled with mystery and magic. Quite remarkable indeed. Many centuries have passed since the first humans settled here. They all came from a faraway world, elbowing their way through an already frail peace between the old races. The elves, shadows, and Kranites, united in a government they called the League, kept these newcomers under close scrutiny. Though humans struggled to control the innate magic of this alien planet, they compensated for it with marvelous technology. Mana-fueled inventions became the foundation of a great empire. There was no end to their aspirations, which constantly incited the League's suspicion. Eventually, it could only mean war. War of ideas. War of principles. War to bring or halt the change. The conflict quickly escalated, threatening to bring an end to the world as they know it. Few places remain out of its reach. One such place is a settlement known only as the City of Bones, home to the unlikely heroes of this story. It sits safely in the desert, surrounded by nothing but sand and ruins left by the mysterious ancients. The world is more than just the Empire and the League, after all. There are things far greater, but also more terrifying than the war between them. That's what drives Malachi and Kayla to scour the ruins in search of knowledge and treasure. A pair of siblings as remarkable as the world they were born in. Quite remarkable indeed. They call themselves relic hunters, searching for the forgotten remnants of those who are long gone, hoping to learn from the past and keep whatever dangers they find safely buried under the sands. But they have a much greater destiny to fulfill. The gears of fate were put in motion long before they became pawns in this game.
Whispering Sands. Not exactly my favorite place in the world.
Don't complain, Mal. We're lucky to be away from this madness that spreads everywhere.
That's true. Living at the edge of the world has its perks. Hey, but if you had to choose a side in the war, would you rather go with the League or the Empire?
We know very little about their motives and agendas, so how would we decide that?
I was just asking hypothetically. You don't have to take everything so seriously. But anyway, since we're here to check the entrance seals again, why don't we split up to cover the ground faster?
All right, activity was reported by the northern entrance, so let's meet up near the ruins, just in case.
Okay, so, you know, overall, I think the voice acting there is, like, pretty solid. I thought the narrator did a really good job. And, you know, they kind of set up a little bit of world building here about how it's basically humans versus the other creatures. So we had the elves, the shadows, and the Kranites, I think. It looked like elves, shadow people, and rock people, essentially. And it sounds like, you know, our characters are kind of not caught up in this whole conflict between the Empire and the League, but they're out here kind of doing some Indiana Jones type stuff. So pretty interesting, you know. The movements of the voices and stuff were definitely not like triple eights here, but not to be expected. It didn't bother me too much. All right, camera movement. So we can move to the screen's edge. We can also press the arrow keys, and we can hold the middle mouse button to move things around. Alt will let us rotate the camera, and then we can change that stuff. Okay, that sounds good. So we need to check on the first ruins of the entrance. Okay, so we're going to head this direction. I'm assuming we're going to get into some fights here. So right click is going to move us. I just accidentally used a ability here, so we'll regen that. All right, so detection range. All enemies out of combat have a detection range. When you move into it, you get spotted and combat starts. Well, let's go. All right, combat basics. To attack, click an enemy with the right mouse button. To use a skill, click on its icon or press the corresponding keybind. Read the skill descriptions to learn more. So we have a dash, charge in the direction dealing damage and inflicting shaken to all enemies in your path. At destination, you taunt, and then status synergy. Okay, shaken deals an additional 40 damage and inflicts knockdown on enemies with shaken. Okay. So if we hold down Q, okay, we just press Q and then we can go boom. Bam. So we hit them, they get shaken. There's knockdown. We can right click, auto attack this scorpion. All right, mini skills inflict statuses. The status inflicted on your character is marked by an icon near their portrait. Hover over the icon to learn more about it. Right now we don't have any, so that's all good. Okay. Tactical mode. When combat begins, the tactical mode automatically turns on. It slows time, allowing you to better appraise your situation and issues orders. You can press the space bar to turn it on or off. Okay, got it. Click an enemy to lock their pop-up in the upper left corner of the screen. Okay, cool. Hover over the effect icons displayed there to learn more. All right. So then we're going to attack that one. We can hit space to turn that off. Pretty sick. I like how we send this. Look at that thing. Just flying in slow motion. Bye-bye. Pretty nice. All right, so let's see our HP bar. We have current HP, wounded HP, and magical shield. So all changes to a character HP are on the HP bar. Gray parts of magic shield. A fraction of all damage that exceeds your magic shield is converted into wounded HP. The red part of the HP bar is wounded HP. It doesn't regenerate and can't be restored using skills. Sorry about that. I bumped the microphone. All right, so then our elemental statuses are paired into opposites: frostbite and burn, poison and charge. If the opposite elemental status is inflicted, they cancel one another. Okay, interesting. All right. Well, let's continue on. All right, so Alt to rotate. Okay, we can drag here, so we got another enemy coming up here. So this is a waypoint. So we can return to locations we've already been to. All right, it looks like over here we have an enemy and we have a treasure chest. All right, so this guy has a lot more health. So okay, so we can right click to cancel. We can move forward. As we're doing that, we can get ready to dash. It looks like there's some quicksand there, so I don't think I want to step in that. Then we attack. All right, what do we have here? We have iron skin. So if we can get up to that, we can cast iron skin. Oh, it looks like we got even more. Okay.
Let's get started.
So that is quicksand. Okay. Looks like we got them all. We could take the loot. We got 2 gold. Okay, so let's move over here. Let's go to that chest and see what we get. All right, so we got 6 gold, and then we got some basic gloves. So I'm assuming I is going to be inventory. Right now we're wearing plate gauntlets. If we look at our basic gloves, they're going to be less physical and magical defense, even though they do way less. We also have some basic boots here, and they're definitely worse as well. So we don't want to use any of that stuff. And then we have 8 gold. So, all All right, let's go ahead and carry on.
Let's get going.
All right, cover. Units in cover receive 50% less damage from ranged attacks. Cover may break after blocking too many strikes. Units don't benefit from cover if they're engaged with melee combatants. Okay, so basically what they're saying is we want to go here and use that cover, right? Protect ourselves from ranged attacks. It looks like we have an exploding cactus. Explodes when damaged. Okay, so we want to get ready to use this. I think we just dash straight through, right? Boom.
Knock them out.
Actually, let's go ahead and take out this small one real quick. Take out the big one now. Oh, man.
Do it the hard way.
We probably could have dodged that. I'm guessing, like, we could have used iron skin there, too. So we did take a little bit of damage above our magic shield, so that went to wounded HP, which we can't regen. All right, so we got some gold, and we got a Marauder Spear. So we already checked this out. If we go to I... Marauder Spear, DPS is going to go up. It's not quite as strong, but it does attack faster. It weighs less, it's melee range, and it has a crit chance of 15%, whereas the Warhammer has cleave damage. I think I like the cleave damage for right now, so we're going to hang on to that. Look around the environment. Is there anything that we can mess with here? Not really. All right, so what do we got here? We could potentially make our way to cover, but I don't think that's really going to work. I think we want to dash as soon as we can. Dash in. Knock them down. Alright, healing fountains are the only means of restoring wounded HP. Each healing fountain can be used a limited number of times as indicated by the green bars. Okay, something important I wanted to find out is, will we automatically attack the next enemy if we defeat the one that we're targeting? The answer is yes. Alright, so healing fountain activated. Alright, so let's head over this way. It looks like we got a couple of things over here, like maybe some sort of a mine or something.
Let's get going.
Now, what is it that's over here? We don't really know. We just know there's something here.
There they are.
Charge in, knock them down. I really don't love the camera control for panning, honestly. I kind of want it to be WASD. That just feels easier to me. I'd rather move these abilities up to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just me, though. Also, I wonder if we can display these numbers even when we're not in tactical mode. Okay, so we can definitely dodge those abilities by just walking out of them, which is nice to know. Alright, so we got some gold here. Yeah, mining deposit. Okay, so that's what that symbol was. We've also got something we can look at there. So that chest was thoroughly plundered. We also had a thing over here we could look at as well. So I feel like we should come and look at that. Person was shot in the back. It appears as if they were trying to run away from someone. Okay. Got it. So let's spin this thing around.
Sure.
Let's head over here. Non-aggressive units. Some enemies will not attack you on sight. Units with a yellow HP bar are non-aggressive and will only attack if provoked. Okay, so we can just walk past this person. Okay, apparently we can't. Let's go for iron skin here.
The wrong place. That'll smoke it.
Here I come.
So we see stuff like that, and we should really like hit the tactical version of combat so we can sneak out of it on time. Very nice. Take the loot. There's nothing else there. All right, so we got another healing thing there. We're going to hang on to it. All right, and then we're going to head this way. It looks like we got a few different things over here. So we got a treasure chest. Okay, that's got some basic gloves in it. Again, not very good for us. And then we have a scavenger's note. Handwritten note with poorly drawn portrait attached to it. Beware of this guy, he's a liar. Promised good deals, gave us some counterfeit crap. Don't do business with him. Sadly, the portrait barely resembles a human to begin with. Okay, so all notes and journals you find are stored in the Codex tab of the player menu. Okay, sounds good.
Gotcha.
All right. So, I don't know what this is. It looks like it's locked. We can go... Okay, that's the teleport. Got it. Okay.
Sure, why not?
Alright, so let's go here to the temple entrance.
Sealed shut. My job here is done. Kayla's probably waiting for me already.
Alright, Kayla's waiting for us. So now we're going to head over this direction. And there's Kayla. I wonder if we get to play her side of it. Charge! Oh, there's another one. Oh, man. Let's go. Get him. Come on, Iron Skin. Nice. Okay, so this is we're poisoned and we have Iron Skin. So poison deals damage over time, and it said it reduces healing as well. All right, we got a Marauder staff. That's cool.
Taking a nap so early in the day.
Mal, I swear that if you...
Fine, I'll save my jokes for later. Are you okay?
Yeah, thanks. Didn't expect a stun trap in the middle of nowhere.
Do you have any idea who might have set it up? Or is it beyond the reach of your all-embracing wisdom?
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Of course, but I'll stop now. Strange, though, that it still had a charge left.
Let's be careful. Have you found anything unusual?
Just a lone, angry scavenger. Nothing to worry about. Right, let's check the last entrance and we're good to go.
Okay, so now we get to team up. We can select all characters by pressing the tilde key or holding the left mouse button and dragging the cursor over them. With multiple characters selected, each command issued will apply to all of them. To select a single character, click it with the left mouse button or press the corresponding key, 1, 2, etc. Okay, so we have characters on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that kind of good stuff. All right, I really like that the map has icons for the like stuff that you can interact with. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not a crazy fan of having to go around and like mouse over every single thing in the environment to figure out what you can click on and you can't click on. I know that's, you know, something you do in RPGs, but I would just rather not. I would rather just you know, be able to know what I'm supposed to interact with and what I'm not supposed to interact with, and just continue on and find the things and do the story and, you know, have the combat and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so it looks like we got a couple of different things going on here. We got a couple of enemies over this way, so let's head over here. Actually, this looks like it's just a singular little spot. We hit that quicksand, so... All right, so let's see what we can do here. So if we pick one... Okay, what do we have here? She's got the shocking ground and the shock bolt. So let's see what shock bolt can do. Cannot reach target, so... Oh, that's... All right, so Q, let's charge in. Let's get 2, bring her over here. We'll do shock bolt on this one. All right, then we'll attack. We'll have him attack. All right, let's go. All right, here we go.
Aren't those Empire tents?
Nice. And then we can hit the tilde key and grab everybody back.
Not camping, that's for sure.
All right, take the loot. Got some gold. We got a glowing green chest, which I'm assuming is going to have something cool. It does. Okay, so we have an Imperial sword, one-handed. Unfortunately, that is not really what we want to use here, I think. We'd want at least like a shield or another weapon or something before we equip that, so I think we're just going to hang on to it for now. All right, let's head back over this way. Can we dodge? No, we got to get hit by the quicksand. All right, so we'll let the quicksand go away real quick. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Now, what I'm wondering is, can we walk him in right here? Right? So that'll start bringing them in.
What's the plan?
Then we'll grab her. We're going to bring her up, and we're actually just going to have her, like, snipe this thing when they get in range. Right? So we're just going to let them walk up.
More trouble on our way.
All right, they're almost in range. Let them come up. Hit that thing. Boom! Then we'll grab him. We'll have him charge in. We'll have her do her stun shock bolt over there. Very nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Snipe them. There we go. Ah. Oh. Dodge. Okay, or don't. Or don't.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Alright, so we got loot. Grab everybody. Continue on here. Got another green chest. Very nice. Hopefully it's something that we actually want to use. Okay, we got an aggression ring. Okay, so let's, what is this? A soul core, iron, and some gold. So let's go in here, and this aggression ring, so what is this? This says max mana +4, attack speed, weapon damage, and movement speed. That all seems like really good stuff to have on Malachi. So we're going to give him that ring. All right, encounter barriers. Encounter barriers indicate a difficult combat ahead. Once you start a battle inside, you will not be able to move out of the area, but allied units can still join the fight. Okay, so boss battle, basically. I think we're okay. Like, we're sitting here, if we look at it, we're missing 10 health. You know, she's missing 4 health. It's not the end of the world. I think we're good here, so let's go ahead and close, and let's go ahead and move up into this. All right, we got a couple places we can take cover. We've got a teleport here.
Just a little walk.
Oh, and we got something to heal us right here too. So we just grab that, and then let's see. This, it says it's going to be a difficult encounter, so let's go ahead and grab our #1 guy, move him in, start getting him over here. We'll have her. Let's grab her and do her Q. So draw a skill. We'll grab him and have him charge. I like the little, like, tactical stuff here. Drawing the skill was pretty cool as well. I like that. Okay, we got more coming in from different directions here. So we got, let's grab her. We'll have her go after this one. We'll grab him, have him come around. Swing around here. Charge. So he'll handle that one. Very good. Oh, we got something attacking us here. Okay, so we're going to go in there with him. Swing back around. What does she have going on? So we're going to grab her, bring her over here, and have her start attacking that enemy as well. Ah, I wanted to dodge that. Okay, let's get iron skin on him. Okay. Let's have him come back over here. Swing around. What do we got? We got one of these. Okay, let's go ahead and do our W shot over there. All right, we still want to bring him over here a little bit. All right, let's grab her and move her out of there.
goes.
Oh, this is a tough combat. Holy cow.
On my way.
Get out of that. Get out. Get out. Okay, move up, move up, move up.
Just no choice.
All right, snap back over there. We're going to go back to him. Let's start sending him over this way. Come on, stay out of the stuff.
You shouldn't have messed with me.
Did we win? I think we won. Okay, and we actually healed back a good amount of our stuff. That was pretty fun, actually. The combat on that felt pretty good, felt pretty dynamic. I really liked the way that, you know, the dynamic, like the tactical mode and everything sort of came together for that. It was just, overall, it was just really cool, actually. So let's go ahead and take this loot. So we got some extra gold. And then over here, it looks like we got another enemy we could face. Oh, wow. So what do we have over here? We got oh man, a brood mother. Okay. So that was not the boss that we had to fight, apparently. Let's see. So maybe there's something in here that's not a battle. Oh, do we not? No, I wanted to fight the brood mother. I wanted to at least try it.
Then I pulled a gun on him and shot him right in the gut. That cheating good-for-nothing bastard got what he deserved.
Hey, who goes there?
More scavengers.
Boss, we got company.
So I see. That's close enough, you two. We're not allowed to let any more archaeologists down there.
I think you mean archaeologist.
That's what I said.
And who's telling you not to let anyone pass?
The people who are paying us.
It's the Empire, isn't it? We've seen their outposts on our way here.
So, what are you gonna do if we try to go down there?
Calm down, Jeremy. He's just asking.
All you need to know is they're paying us to make sure no one's snooping around.
All right, so story choices. Moral choices lead to story branches that shape your journey. They alter your character's belief and will impact your ending. So we can strike a deal or stand up to the bandits. You know, I think just based off the vibe here, like my impression of these two siblings is not that they want to get involved in conflict and stuff. And I feel like they're probably more likely to be a little roguish and try to strike a deal. So that's what I would like to do here.
You seem to be reasonable guys. We're all here trying to survive this wasteland, so we should have each other's backs.
What do you suggest?
How about you look the other way and we'll share the spoils with you? I'm sure there's enough loot to go around.
And it's probably worth way more than the Empire's money. They've surely underpaid you.
They always do. All right, you've got yourself a deal.
Come on, let's get out of here before the soldiers come back. We'll be seeing you later, though.
Well, there goes my drinking money.
You know it was the right choice.
All right.
I guess. I just hope they don't cause any more problems.
We need to get inside and make sure it's all secure in there.
Okay, so we're gonna try to fight this this brood mother. I don't know if there's like we should probably save the game, right? So let's pick our slot here, and can we not? We can't just save anywhere. Oh no, that's not good. Can we? What if we go back over by the teleporter? Will that save it?
Sure, why not?
I don't know if it did, but you know what? We're gonna come over here and we're gonna try to fight this brood mother. See how that goes. I like the little additional dialogue after the cutscene there between the characters. That's pretty cool. I think we should probably come up here behind cover. And then let's take her and let's see, can we do a shock bolt? Let's figure out if that thing has range or not.
More trouble on our way.
All right, right, we're doing some damage. Let's go. Let's go. We need to get in there. I noticed it was kind of regenning some health if we're not keeping it in combat. Oh, man. Okay, we really need to get... Okay, let's go 2W, shock bolt. No! Oh, man. Oh, man. Go for the boss. Go for the boss. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Get out, get out, get out, get out. One, move, 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 move. Go, get out of the way. What are you doing? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, how are we doing? How are we doing? Okay, cool. So we got some of them. He's definitely not... I don't want to do the stun. Get out of there, dude.
What's the plan?
Oh, man. That was kind of intense. It was fun, though. And look at that. We got blue loot bag. Marauder leg plates. Nice.
Yeah, they're definitely not camping.
What are they even doing so far south? I hope they stay away from our city.
All right, status report. Stage 3 complete recon squad advanced inside the ruins. Suffered heavy casualties in skirmishes with aggressive fauna and local bandits. Requesting reinforcements. Okay. And then what do we get out of the orange chest? No! No! Why? Why is it a dagger? Oh, man. Damage ignores enemy armor. That's pretty sick, actually. Crystallization, dealing... Okay, enchantments. Dealing weapon damage inflicts 1 stack of crystallize on the target. Upon reaching 10 stacks, the target is encased in a destructible crystal and unable to act for 5 seconds. All damage dealt to the target during this time is inflicted on the crystal instead. I mean, that's really neat. I just wish we'd gotten something that kind of went with the, the build that we're going. But I think at this point, we kind of just look at it like, okay, maybe we try something new, right? Maybe we get rid of this hammer and we do the sword plus dagger combo or something like that. Either way, like, pretty cool. So we're out of healing fountain things here. So I think what we can do is probably go teleport, right? So let's grab the teleport and let's see. This is our other teleport. I think it's actually probably just faster to move over to there. Back the way we came real quick. And just go use that. So we want to come all the way back over here to this. And we want to use that before we go into whatever this next phase is. Is there a map button? Was there a map? I didn't see a healing station here, so I'm just playing it safe, That's all I'm doing here. Is we're just gonna run up and healing fountain to clear all that out after that battle, and then we're gonna head way back over here. We'll get them started walking, and we want to come back over to this area. So, all right, while they're walking, so far, I mean, I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I don't know what it is about CRPGs, but I always feel like I'm more interested and invested in the story, and I think that's because it's part of the package, right? That's part of the deal. Is the story is supposed to be really good, the world building is supposed to be in depth, and all that kind of stuff I think influences me to care a little bit more about what's going on with the story than I would in a typical game. Now, obviously, the cutscenes aren't like animated amazingly or anything, but I feel like the voice acting is pretty good. I also am so far enjoying the, I like the interface here. Like all the UI stuff I think is really cool. Oh, wow. So we haven't even looked at it. Okay, let's not get into that right now. Let's just not get in there. So Marauder leg plate here. So weight goes up, but this adds a... Wow, look at the... Oh my gosh. Going from 3 physical defense to 17 and going from 7 magical defense to 33. That's insane. Plus 4% fire and ice resist. 20 max health, 8% dodge, 4% crit. like 12% elemental or 2% elemental resistance and minus 15 damage to wounded XP. What the heck? This is a great piece of gear. Holy crap, that feels like such a good find. We're absolutely equipping that. And I think we're going to do this like dagger combo thing here. It looks like it's one-handed and this is one-handed, so we could do either or. So, I mean, if we equip that dagger and then if we equip the sword, we're going to try this dual wield with the dagger because that just seems really cool. That gives us 22.8 DPS with the ability to crystallize. I mean, look at the crit damage on that. It's got mana burn, mana drain, 10% life steal. This one has armor penetration. This one has like armor that just, or damage that just ignores armor. Super cool stuff there. So I think we're going to give that a try. Compared to just our, 14.9 DPS with the hammer there. I think 22.8 is definitely better. All right, so let's hop back out here and let's just see what's going on. So we got the temple entrance. Is this going to be a new section? I feel like this is like the tutorial section, but I don't know at what point we're out of the tutorial and into whatever the next thing is. I will say this game is making me more excited to play Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. That's one of my most anticipated games of the year, and that's not a knock against this game or anything like that. It's just a pretty cool. It's pretty cool that it's making me want to play it more. All right, level up. Your characters have leveled up. To gain new skills and statistics, press I to open the player menu and switch to the corresponding tabs. All right, let's do that. We definitely want to see how that goes here. So attributes. Okay, we can add. We got 3 points here. So if we get to 10 on might, that gives us weapon skill level +1. If we get to 10 on speed, then we gain 20% movement speed. If we get to 10 on endurance, our health goes up. Let's see. I feel like we definitely want to put at least 1 point into our max health. We did get some max health from those boots, but as we saw in those previous battles, like our dude here was taking some damage. He almost died. So I think we do want to keep putting at least like 1 point into an endurance there. And then I think maybe we go ahead and put 2 points into might and increase his damage a little bit. And then we're going to go over to Kayla. So Kayla, I think, is definitely doing some work for us here. I think we put a point into endurance. I think we're going to put a point into... Let's see, if we go into power, we get max mana. If we go into mastery, we get crit damage, health and mana regen. I mean, that seems pretty important as well. I really don't know. It's harder for me to figure her out because I feel like engineer sits somewhere in between needing like good weapon damage, but also needing good like skill power. But I want her to be using her skills more often and doing like those stun shots and stuff. And when she does, I want them to do a good amount of damage. So let's go ahead and put a point into power here. And then let's see, movement speed and dodge. Cooldown reduction is also pretty important for her. So I think we're going to go endurance. Let's keep upping the power for right now. Like that way the next level up, we can put another point in. We'll hit that 10 plateau and then maybe we can move some other stats up. I think. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're figuring it out. All right, so let's go back over to Malachi and go to skills. So, okay, how does this work? So we are a warrior, and we've gotten Iron Skin, and we've gotten Dash. It looks like now we can either continue to modify those skills, or we can pick up a different one. So this one here says requires 3 more points spent in this tree. Okay, so we got to spend points to get points, and then it looks like at level 7 we can choose a customization. We have 2 class points. I really like that we get 2. So... he's struggling a little bit to regen his mana and use skills anyway. So I think rather than just like getting a bunch of skills, I want to get skills that are going to be situationally useful. So it looks like the only other active skill we can get right now is throw axe. So throw an axe at the target enemy, dealing damage and inflicting weakness and vulnerable, generating high threat. That's potentially good. It is 30 mana on a 19-second cooldown. Okay, so it's actually the cooldown, I think. Iron Skin has a 30-second cooldown. That's pretty hefty. So maybe it is worth picking up another active skill, but let's take a look at the other stuff he has. So we've got a passive for martial training here, 10% melee weapon damage, and then that will give us 20%, so pretty good amount of damage there. Right here we have Mana Siphon. Each time you attack, you regen mana. That seems really good, and the mana gain is increased by 2 for two-handed weapons. So we were just kind of talking about his mana gain, so I think that'd be pretty good. So for passives, we got solid ones. Increased damage, and then Mana Siphon, and then this goes into an increased amount as well. If we look at our charge, or our dash, rather, we can get dash 2. So what change? I would like to see highlighted here the changes. So the mana cost goes up, the damage goes up, the taunt duration goes up a little bit. Okay, so increased damage, increased taunt duration, but also increased mana cost, and then that gives us the dash 3, which again, damage goes up, taunt goes up, and mana cost goes up. I think we want to keep that cheap. We're really just using it as an opener right now. So let's leave that the way it is. And then we have our Iron Skin here. So we've got 2 different paths we can take. So if we go down to Liquid Skin, this is going to give us Magic Shield and Weapon Damage for 15 seconds instead of Magic Shield and Armor. And then that leads into this, or we can go here where we can gain more Magic Shield and more armor. So basically we have a choice here. We're going to get Magic Shield for sure. I'm not really worried about the weapon damage on this because I'm popping this when he's like got a lot of things around him, and I want to keep it to the Magic Shield and the armor. That said, I could definitely see wanting to increase the amount of Magic Shield and armor gained at that time. But I also am looking at this like I'm not 100% sure what specialization we're going to go. And if he's not going to be a tank, then I don't know if we want to invest heavily into Steel Skin. So what does all that mean? Yes. Oh, and it looks like we're limited to 4 passive abilities. So I think we're going to go with this Mana Siphon, right? Give us more mana so that we can use our abilities more often. And along with that, I want to grab Throw Axe so that we have an ability that we can use fairly often, I think. Our other options here is we have Healing Pulse, we're going to have High Wall, and then Stomp. So either way, I think it's good to do Mana Siphon. After that, I'm not 100% sure, but I think for now, Throw Axe has a 20-second cooldown. So we're actually going to be able to dash more than we're going to be able to throw axe. And I think I'd rather just keep dashing around and knocking people down and stuff like that compared to throwing an axe. So I think we actually might just do increased damage as a secondary passive. Our other passives we can take here, Frenzy Attacks, gain attack speed as your HP goes down. So pretty much a Berserker type skill. We've got Shield Mastery, so increased magic shield from equipped items. And then we have Max Health and Tenacity, which that seems pretty good as well. So I'm not sure. Okay, we do have a reset button, so we don't need to think about this too much. So I think we're just going to go ahead and grab melee weapon damage, right? For right now, right? We seem to be doing okay. Just charge in, do damage, pop Iron Skin when we need some defense. And then we'll come over to Kayla, and let's see. So she's already got this Shocking Ground, which I think is okay. So it stuns for 1 second on entry and then deals damage over time. And then we have our Shock Bolt, which is dealing damage and inflicting a 4-second stun, which is pretty solid. I actually prefer this to Shocking Ground, if I'm being honest. So our options here, we can set up a gun turret. So this costs 1 summon point. Is that a thing that we have? A summon point? We have 2 summon points. Okay, so we do have summon points. Does he have summon points? He does too. Okay, so maybe at a default level, we just have some summon points. So we can build a gun turret. I mean, that just seems good. It's 20 seconds. It gives us extra damage. The HP and damage are just going to scale with the summoner's skill power, which is what we are putting points into right now. So that just seems really, really good. Looks like we're going to have a healing syringe, a grappling hook, and a discharge sphere as other options here. And then for our passives, we have Mana Absorb. Each time you attack, you're going to gain Mana Regen. We're already kind of building into some Mana Regen for her. Just, oh, well, no, we're not. So that might be a good skill to have. What are our cooldowns here? 40 seconds and 9 seconds. Okay. And then we have Weak Point. Your attacks inflict stun 3%. Vulnerable 10%. So status chance increases. That seems really good. Like just a passive ability to stun. And then on Shocking Ground, we can increase the cost, but create Frost Ground instead. I like this, that we're changing the skill and not just adding stats to it. So that inflicts freeze and deals DPS, or we can increase the charge. So this will increase the duration, and it looks like the stun duration increases as well. And then for Shock Bolt, increase the cost to 50, deal 90 damage instead of 60. A 6-second stun seems pretty good. So I think with 2 points in, this one's a little more difficult for me because I want the gun turret. I like the weak point, just passively getting a chance to stun. And then I also like increasing the stun duration on Shock Bolt. Now for her, I am going very skill heavy, thinking that I want to use Shock Bolt quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do is grab that gun turret. And then we're going to also increase Shock Bolt. And maybe the next time around, then we'll go in and do like weak point here. So this increases the mana cost, but it does not increase the cooldown, which is very good. And so this is an 8-second stun. That just seems really good with crowd control. Man, we have research, we have crafting, we have enchanting, we have a whole bunch of stuff we haven't even seen yet. So, all right. I think we're at about an hour here for this video, and I think this is a good place to stop. So just giving you my general impressions of the game after essentially what has been the tutorial section and getting a chance to look at the initial level up systems. I think the game is really cool, actually. I would not mind continuing to play this game, at least until Rogue Trader comes out in early December. But that is really going to come down to whether or not y'all are interested in watching this game on the channel. So based on the amount of likes we get and the comments left in the comment section, you know, if this is something you want to see more episodes of, please just let me know. And if so, then we'll continue to play this here on the channel. If not, then there's a good chance that I dive into this a little bit deeper off of the channel, off stream, off video. So again, thanks to the developers for hooking me up with a key to be able to check this out. What you've seen here is 100% my honest opinion. No sugar coating and no trying to suck up to anybody. So overall, I think that this is a pretty interesting game so far. I'm looking forward to getting to test out those new weapons we got, walk in there with them new pants that are just beastly, and try out some of that crystallize and armor ignore damage of that new dagger we got. So, you know, lots of exciting stuff going on. I'm really looking forward to getting to try out this gun turret too. That seems pretty fun. So hopefully that's what we hear in the comment section. We get some likes and some, hey, yeah, let's continue this. But, you know, if not, it is what it is. So overall, I think Dark Envoy is pretty sweet. It looks so far like a pretty solid pickup for a CRPG if you've been looking for one to play. And there's all sorts of aspects we still haven't even gotten into here within the first hour. All those menu options that we haven't messed with, the class ascensions, the other classes we haven't played, etc. So yeah, it just looks really, really solid in my opinion. But I'm the Pixel Pathfinder, and my goal is to help you find great new indie games to play. So if you think I've done that here, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Share this video with someone that you think might like Dark Envoy or the content I'm creating here on the channel. And again, let me know in the comments section below. What do you think of Dark Envoy? Is it something you want to pick up and play? And is it something you want to see more of here on the channel? All right, everybody. As always, I appreciate you taking time to watch one of my videos, and I will see you on the next one.